everyone, my name is Ireland Yocum, and I'm going to be talking about the virtue of love. So what is the virtue of love, you may ask? Well, it is an unconditional type of love that has a positive effect on society. It can be a relational or romantic type of love, but it could also be a love for an idea/concept or an object/thing. In my presentation, I'm really going to be focusing on a love for an idea/concept or object/thing, because I believe the virtue of love symbolizes so much more than just romantic love. The virtue of love in literature is important because it forms meaningful relationships, teaches important ideas, and connects us to something greater than ourselves. It is also vital because it reveals the character's true identity and shows an authentic concern for the health and well-being of others, both mentally and physically. The prologue by Anne Bradstreet was published in 1650. The virtue of love is present through the author's immense admiration and love of celebrating women's rights and passion for promoting gender equality. She emphasized that women were equally qualified and talented authors as men. Her love in this poem is not necessarily for a person, it is for an idea of equality and fairness, as she is passionate that women can be successful as writers. Let Greeks be Greeks and women what they are. Women know it well preemits in all and each is yours. This story demonstrates the virtue of love because she had a positive effect on the lives of women through her love for celebrating women's rights and equality, which is a key factor to this virtue. On the Religion of Nature by Philip Freneau was published in 1815. His love of the natural world is demonstrated through the power of religion and nature in this text. He reveals his genuine love by describing all the beauty it has to offer, and was passionate because he emphasizes that how you view nature really affects on the lives it gives us. The author is so genuine in his love for nature when he states, "The power of nature ever blessed, bestowed on religion with the rest." He makes readers appreciate the nature around us, stating, "Religion such as nature taught, with all the divine pursuits." This poem really shows the virtue of love because of the author's deep passion for nature, which turned into something that he genuinely cared deeply for, as this spread great awareness to the power of nature. O Pioneers by Willa Cather was published in 1913 and takes place sometimes during 1883 and 1890. There are many key ideas, but some are: the absence makes the heart grow fonder, love doesn't fade because they are absent, strong driving force that brings their love back together, and elevates a love that waits and isn't solely based on passion. Alexandra showed great love for the land because it was her true love, and the love was mutual, as she needed the land to be successful and the land needed her to be successful. Her heart belonged to the land, and she felt the land was her true love when Carl states, "You belong to the land." We come and go, but the land is always here, and the people who love it and understand it are the people who own it for a little while. This demonstrates the virtue of love because Alexandra's driving force was the land, as it was revealed to be her true and deepest passion. How It Feels to Be Colored Me by Zora Neale Hurston was published in 1928 and based off the 20th century in America. Her true love was for her race and ethnicity and cultural background, as she loves being unique in society and spreading awareness for women in color. She takes lots of pride in being a writer that is a woman of color, even though she faces lots of opposition for being African American. She loves and admires her race, and she feels that she has no separate feelings about being an American citizen and colored. I am merely a fragment of the great soul that surges within the boundaries. She views being colored a positive attribute to her life and says, "I am not tragically colored." Her confidence shines through the text when she proclaims, "At certain times I have no race, I am me." The virtue of love is expressed through the author because she is so much more than just passionate about her race, as she loves being a woman of color because she can express herself as an African American writer and use her platform to spread awareness about race and equality. And finally, she is unique and stands out upon society. This is why this is the virtue of love. The Third and Final Continent by Lahari was published in 1999. The virtue of love is very present throughout the story because of the unconditional and loving bond between the three characters, including Miss Croft, Mala, and the narrator. So Miss Croft was a lady who was 103 years old and offered a room to the narrator because he had no place to live because he had just traveled across the whole world. Love is really present here because the narrator and Miss Croft develop a special and mutual bond as the narrator becomes a caregiver and helper to Miss Croft when the narrator mentions, "I am happy to warm Miss Croft's soup in the evenings," I suggested. "It is no trouble." Another special bond is created through Miss Croft and Mala, the narrator's wife, when Miss Croft shows that she loves and cares for Mala, stating, "She is a perfect lady." This creates a special bond between all three of the characters as they all benefit from each other and love each other as friends. Miss Croft's approval of Mala allows the relationship to grow deeper and the narrator to appreciate Miss Croft more because he approves of his wife. The virtue of love is very present in this text as all three characters develop a special bond that is unconditional and positively impacts all of their lives because they practice frequent acts of kindness and show they genuinely care for each other. In conclusion, the virtue of love is expressed through a person's genuine love and passion for a person, object, or idea and concept, and is an unconditional type of love that has a beneficial, effective, and positive effect on society. All the authors in my presentation inspired the people around them because of the virtue of love. And the virtue of love is much more than a passion. It is something that you wholeheartedly love and you can't picture your life without. Thank you so much for listening.